Hey guys and dolls, it's Kirstie and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my last Halloween tutorial for a while, unless I get requests. If I get requests, then I will do one. But I have done a fair few this year, and purely because next year I am planning on, or end of the year next year, I am planning on starting to freelance makeup. I'm planning on doing proms and weddings for the time being, and then maybe branching out into something a bit more after that. I mean, I don't specialise in special effects and things like that, so TV might not be very good for me. So that is my announcement. It's kind of a small announcement. If you are from the Scottish Borders area, i.e. Hoyk or Galashiels, I am in that area at the minute and that's where I'm living. I am looking for models to be able to do makeup on. I will be looking for models roughly, if I'm still here in December, January, because I am looking to move, then I'll be looking for models. The makeup will be free except for if you want lashes. Obviously I'll charge whatever the price of lashes is and travel to you, because I live in Hoyk, so it will be travelling to wherever you are. And obviously if I have moved by then, I'm moving back to England. I'm originally from the Midlands, so I'm looking for a place in the Midlands so I can be close to my family and my partner's family. And if you are from the Midlands, I will definitely be needing models for special effects makeups, special occasion makeups, i.e. proms and weddings. And when I first start out, I will be doing free again, like the people in Scotland, and just charging for travel and lashes. But that'll be like for maybe a month or so, just so that I can practice, and then after that I will have like prices and stuff. So yeah, if you are wanting to be one of my models, hit me up either over on Instagram. Kirstie_tutorials will be my Instagram for the time being until I make my business Instagram, once I've started to get my kit together. I mean, I have a few bits for my kit, but I'm still purchasing foundations and things like that, and brushes and stuff. So yeah, hit me up there, and then when I have my business Instagram, I will add it to the top of the screen where it has the bar that says Kirstie Tutorials and the Instagram bit. I will put my personal Instagram and then my business Instagram underneath, and I will leave a business email in the About Me section for you guys to hit me up and arrange something. So yeah, I would be definitely up for getting out there and practicing on you guys. But anyway, on with the video. Right guys, so I haven't particularly planned a certain look for this video. I am basically just going to wing it, but I have taken some kind of inspiration from two of my favourite pop culture things of all time. One being Morticia Addams. I love how glamorous her makeup is in the Addams Family movies, and also the Countess from American Horror Story. So I'm going to mix the glam with the goriness of American Horror Story, chuck it together and wing you guys a look. So I've done my eyebrows because everyone knows about my threading accident by now. I lost half my eyebrow due to really bad threading and it's not grown out yet. So this eyebrow looks horrific and this eyebrow looks okay. So I've done my eyebrows. It takes me ages to do them, to make them look decent. So I've done my eyebrows to make this video a lot quicker. Right, so what you will need is some form of lightening for your foundation. I'm going to use this Stargazer white foundation and just mix it in with my normal everyday foundation, which is DERMACOL in the shade 208. And I'm just going to use a smidge of that. I usually use about that much. It's about the size of a pea, and it usually does well enough for my face. So I'm just mixing this together before I apply my concealer. So I've literally just put what was on the brush, and it looks very close to my natural skin tone, and it has white foundation in. That is how pale I am. But yeah, I'm going to go with that. Right, I'm going to conceal any blemishes that I do not like. I do have acne prone skin, so if you are also of acne prone or can get quite bad breakouts during your time of the month, DERMACOL is a very good foundation for that 1 week, or for the rest of the month if you're like me and have acne prone skin. So yeah, it can really help. Right, so that is concealed. I'm not going to powder straight away yet because should always leave it a little bit before you apply powder to prevent creasing. Right, so I'm going to apply this pale foundation all over my skin. Right guys, so I've applied that to my face and chin. If you're not wearing a wig and choose to wear your hair up because you prefer it up, then you might want to do your ears as well, because as you can see mine are very pink compared to my very white face. But as long as your neck, and if you're wearing something low cut, you might want to dab a bit on your chest as well, just to lighten that as well. But it's not a necessity. If you don't feel confident in your makeup application of eye makeup, then you could always do that first and then put your foundation on to prevent fallout and other issues. Right, now that I've done my face, I'm going to let that sit in my skin for I nearly said a wee while then, like a Scottish person. I'm English living in Scotland, so I'll just say a while. Yeah, so I'm just going to leave that to sit in my skin for a while and apply my eyeshadow. Right, so I'm going to prime my lids with a eye primer. I should mention that I did apply primer to my full face before I applied this makeup. I used the Makeup Revolution Pro Base water primer. It's the aqua priming base it's called, but it's really just a priming water. So yeah, I do use a lot of Makeup Revolution's products. Right guys, so that's on. So I am going to just apply a white shadow all over my eye. Just to start off the makeup, I'm going to use the Urban Decay Smoky palette. You can use any palette that you want that has a white in or single eyeshadow. Right, so I've applied the shade 13 from the Urban Decay palette all the way up to my brow bone and all the way over my eyelid, just as a base. Okay, so I am going to use this Urban Decay palette for most of the look, the eye look anyway. If you don't have this, you could use any palette that has, you will need a couple of grey shades, a white shade and a black shade as a staple, and then either a red single eyeshadow, or you could use a silver shimmer eyeshadow, which if you have this palette, it has all of them except for the red, so you could get away with this. This can be bought quite cheap as well. You can buy it off you could see if anyone on eBay has it, or you could see if you can get it on an app called Vinted, where people sell like it's vintage, so you sell like vintage things, like not vintage things, like there's like a lot of people sell makeup and stuff, like they've bought it and they don't like it, so you could buy it there, and they often sell it a lot cheaper, and just with a little bit of 90% alcohol in the spray bottle, you could sterilise that and use it. So yeah, it's worth having a look on there. I'm using the shade Password to start with. It is a very light matte grey. I'm just going to apply that all above my crease under my brow bone. Right, so I've applied that. I'm going to apply a small amount right on my lash line under my, right on my lower lash line. Right, you're then going to want a deeper grey. I'm using the shade Dagger, which is like a very charcoaly grey. I'm just going to apply that to just above my crease and blend it into the previous grey shade. Right, so it'll look like this. Right, you're then going to take a packing brush with a very flat edge like this one, or a very small brush if you're not confident with a larger brush. You could use a brow brush or an angled brush for this, and you're just going to dip it into the black shade very, very lightly, and with a very light-handed hand, apply it to your crease area. Alright, then take a fluffy brush and just blend it so it's nice and smooth. I'm going to use any excess and add it to my bottom lash line. Right, so that's blended. You could then add a small amount of black to your outer V, which is this section here, and just blend it. Right, don't worry if it's not as sharp as you want. You can always clean it up with your beauty blender. Obviously, because they're damp, they do clean up your angle very, very smoothly. Right, so I'm really happy with the blending of that. So I'm going to go with the shadowed area. So you're going to want to get any brush you have that you are able to apply. And I'm going to just apply the shade Danger from the SOPH X palette, which if you have grey shades already from other palettes, this is worth buying because it has a white, red and black in, and it's only £10. Right, I'm going to apply that to my inner corner, or the inner of my eyelid, and the outer bit by where we've just put the black. Right, and then you're going to leave a small amount in the middle. You're going to want to take a very small brush. This is a slightly angled, but it's more squared brush. And you're going to use that for applying the shimmer. So I'm going to put that red down. Get some fixing spray. Or you could use water if you don't have fixing spray. And we're just going to spray. Right, we're just going to spray and add the very light shimmered silver colour. It's called ARMOUR from the SMOKEY palette. And then use the brush that you had the red on to blend out. just adding some black across my lash line from this palette. Right, then I'm just going to add some eyeliner to the top and bottom of my waterlines. Right, now I'm going to add a wing. Right. I'm going to take a, just for some intricate detailing, I'm going to take a eyeliner that I've cut the top off. It was a felt eyeliner, so I've cut the top off to make it a round eyeliner. You can get these on eBay if you'd rather do that. And I'm just going to add some intricate little dots. Not keen on the inner eye section, so I'm going to remove it. Because that didn't work, I am going to apply some inner corner highlight. So I'm going to take the shade High, which is just like a pinky kind of white highlight shade from my Smoky palette, but you could just use a normal highlight if you wanted to. Right guys, so I'm gonna go off and finish this other eye and apply mascara and eyeliner, and I will be back. Hi guys, so I'm back. I've done my eyes. Eyelashes were a struggle again. I think I just need to find a brand that I'm really comfortable with applying, because obviously it's really hard. I did give these mink ones another go, and I've cut them to try and fit my eye, but they just weren't working. So that'll teach me for buying eyelashes off Wish and trying to get them to work. If any of you guys know any decent, fairly affordable, because I don't really want to spend like £15 on lashes, just because it's lashes. Why do you want to spend so much money? That's half of a palette, and you won't get as many uses out of a pair of lashes than you will a palette. So yeah, pop them in the comment down below. I'm thinking of trying maybe red cherry lashes next, because I've heard they're quite good, so I might give them a go. And the only lashes that I've ever been able to get on are like Superdrug's like own brand ones, which is odd, but so I wore lashes for my Bulbasaur tutorial, but I haven't been able to put lashes on since, so it's been a struggle. But yeah, anyway, cracking on. So I've done my eyes, all finished, as you can see. This is the eye look I'm going for. We are going to now contour and highlight the face. I'm going to be using a SOPH palette. It's not a special effects kit. It is just by Makeup Revolution. You can buy this on tanbeauty.com. So I'm going to use this. It's just a face paint palette, really. Looks like this. It was £6. You could buy it from Superdrug or Tan Beauty, as I said, and it's going to do quite a few looks. I mean, excuse the fact you can see my neighbour's garden. Apologies. But yeah, it's super cute, and I'm going to use the black and the white to make like this greyish kind of contour. Like, I am going to buy a proper palette for mixing and stuff, because I want it for my makeup kit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the back of my hand today. It's not usually hygienic, and you should never do it like this, if you're doing it on a client, you should always use a palette and a palette knife, but I'm just using a tweezer that I've already disinfected, and I'm just going to dig out some product. So I've just digged out a bit of product, which is fine. I've put more white than black because I want a nice grey toned contour shade for my nice vampire look. So just gonna mix it together until I get a shade that I am particularly quite happy with. I think this might be a good shade. It's like a in between it's kind of like a matte silver colour, so I'm gonna just add a small amount and then see what it looks like carved out and stuff. So, right, so that's what I'm going to leave it as. I've applied it with the back of the brush so I haven't contaminated it, and then I'm just going to take my angled big brush from my Storybox Cosmetics makeup brushes and just blend it in. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side. So pick up a bit of product off the back of my hand, use the stick. Right, so I'm really happy with that. I'm now going to clean off this brush because it's been on my face. I have got some cleanse out on a cotton round just to wipe it off. And I'm just going to use the brush bit now to just apply a small amount down my nose. Right, my fingers are clean, so I'm just going to use my fingers to rub it in. Alright, so I'm really happy with that. I'm not going to do the sides of my head. If you're going to plan on putting your hair up, or if you're planning on, say, you know, wearing a wig or whatever, if it hasn't got like a full, like, sweepy fringe like mine is, like I normally wear my hair all to one side, which I will be wearing for the photograph of this video. So I'm not going to do the sides of my head, but if you're going to do either of those things, you need to do like some form of like contour up here as well. But yeah, right, now onto the highlight. I'm going to use my Anastasia Moonchild Glow Kit. I'm going to use the colour Star out of this, which is a very, no I'm not, I'm going to use Blue Ice out of this, which is a very white shade with a blue iridescence on it. Admittedly, my foundation isn't that great today, because I've obviously took away the full coverageness by adding the white foundation, but I didn't want to wear I didn't want to buy an expensive foundation like ANASTASIA or Kat Von D's just for a couple of looks, because I wouldn't wear the white foundation. I very much really like my highlight, as you can tell. I don't know if it's showing up on camera as good as it is in real life, but this glow palette is stunning, and being a cool toned girl, it's the perfect one for me, because each colour just looks so cute. So yeah, we have highlighted, but I am sitting in front of the window, so as I move away you can see like the highlight on that. But yeah, I'm just going to check to see if I'm happy with the blending of the... We won't be using blush, but obviously that's because we're supposed to be a vampire and we're meant to be looking like the undead, so Right, now on to the fun part, which is the lips and the gore. So you're going to want to use a black lip liner or eyeliner if you don't have a lip liner. My lips are so dry today, so apologies if they look really cracked. Right, so I've lined my lips with black. Alright, I'm now going to apply the lipstick. Right, so I've applied that. I've put a few coats on, so now it looks like a lot darker than what it is on camera. I am going to add some gore now, so if you're not okay with obviously false gore and things like that, then feel free to end the video here and you can just put a parody then. But if you're okay with it, we're going to be adding some gore. Right, what I want to do is I want to take my small angled brush and I'm going to just take the red lip liner we used in the beginning. Right, and what I want to do is I want to map out how I want the blood to go. Right, so what I have done is I have just mapped out very lightly where I want the false blood to go, and I'm just going to clean off my brush that I used a second ago to try and do my lips with, and I'm going to take my red face paint, and what I want to do is I want to turn these dots around my eyes into blood. So I've started with dots and I've now taken some red, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to Right, so I've just created like just droplets from the eyes. You can do however you want to do them. Obviously no droplet will be the same, so they don't have to be completely even. Right, and I think I'm gonna just add maybe a little dark red. You can completely do this with lipstick, you don't need face paint like I have, and then you can just leave it. What I am going to do now is I am going to do the blood. You've got to be careful with this stuff because it can really stain whatever you're wearing. Right, you just want to kind of just like I don't know, when I was a kid, my mum used to put like 2 little bits on my face where my teeth were, but like nowadays, vampires would have it absolutely everywhere. Especially like the Countess, like an AHS and stuff, like they full on go all out. Like you could even like just like put like drops on your chest and stuff, because and then like kind of just smear it. Like you could definitely smear your face and stuff. Right, so I kind of just like, I've gone a bit wild with the blood there, but you know, you'd be going wild if you was a vampire. Definitely going a little bit wild. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some of the 2 different blood colours from the face paint set, because I want it to be like full on. Right, I'm going to chuck on a few like fingerprint splodges, because I think like you would definitely have like your meal would be fighting you back. So yeah, like they'd definitely be like pushing on you and trying to get you away if you was a vampire. So just making sure that any like drips are like dead, so they don't drip down all into my bra. And then basically just put in any teeth you want. I had like those really rubbish like 99-cent teeth, but they were weird, so I kind of just chopped them in half. Like definitely get better teeth. But anyway guys, thank you all for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you didn't, then I apologise. Yeah, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe and join my family. We're super weird and super geeky, and as you can see, super bloody creepy. So join us, it's gonna be a laugh. I also do like really glam cute looks too, which I have planned for my next video, so stick around, like and subscribe, and yeah, have a safe Halloween guys, and I hope you have an awesome day. Bye guys.